So to become the top 1% trader isn't that difficult. And I'm going to explain to you how to achieve and become the top 1% trader. So before I give you the tips on becoming the top 1% trader, I need to ask you one question. Why? Why do you want to be a top 1% trader? And also, do you have the potential to become a top 1% trader? Now, not everyone can be a top 1% trader. As you know, in the markets, there are winners and there are losers. And there has to be losers for people to win. Hence why only a few small number of people will make the winning side. Now, what do you have in yourself to become a winner in the markets? And the first thing that I'm going to explain to you guys is actually treating the markets professionally. Now, you're probably asking, how do I take the market seriously? How do I become a professional trader? You need to convert yourself from an ordinary trader to a professional trader to become the top 1%. So how? How do we get to that top 1%? How do we become a professional trader? So I'm going to break this down into 4 small points. The first point is valuing your money. You need to value the money that you have at the moment. If you have $100, $200, or even $1,000, value it. And don't invest the whole thing into the markets because you're going to lose it. Value this amount of money, value the markets and the potential what the market can give you. Because if you don't value your money, what will happen is you'll be up, let's say $200-300, and you expect the market to give you 1,000. The market will not give you 1,000, and then what will happen is you will lose your money. Now, it doesn't always happen. Okay, sometimes you'll be lucky and you make $1,000 in the market, but most of the times you'll be up $200-300, which I know most of you don't have that at the moment, right? You'll be up $200-300 and you just won't secure profits. Now with me, my strategy is I will secure at least partial if I'm up $200-300, right? So as a trader, you need to do the same thing. If you're up a certain amount and you feel like, okay, I'm content with this amount, I'm going to secure that profit, because whatever the market gives you is all floating money. It doesn't matter whether you're up $200 or $300 or even 1,000. That's floating money. And the only time you can secure that money is when you click that close position. Now, the second point that I need to give you guys is sticking to your plan. If you don't stick to your plan, if you come to work and you don't stick to the rules that the work gives you, you are going to always find yourself in a circle of failure. You're always going to find yourself in a loop where you're always going to be making mistakes. If you don't stick to your plan, you won't be able to find mistakes in your plan and you won't be able to rectify it. So as a trader, stick to your strategy. Number one strategy, stick to it. Stick to your entry protocols. If you don't have entry protocols, make yourself a few points on your phone and say, if the market does this, I enter. Because remember, if we look at technical analysis, you know that the market repeats itself multiple times. Your entry protocol will happen. So if you don't find your entry protocol, you will not enter the market. And it's as simple as that. So sticking to your plan. If you wake up in the morning and you like to trade in the morning, stick to it. If you like to trade near the evening times, stick to it. Because if you don't stick to your plan and you don't stick to that one strategy and you don't stick to your entry protocols and your exit protocols, and if you don't stick to this, you will not become that 1% trader. If this means by resetting everything, if this means that you go on your phone now and you write yourself some entry protocols, you write yourself some exit protocols, you write yourself a few tips on how you're going to strategize your market and stick to that plan every single day for the next 30 days, I can guarantee you that you will make more growth than what you've done in this 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 years in trading. So the next point is risking only what you can handle. Now, a lot of traders don't know what that means, okay? Now, it's not a risk management strategy. It's not how much you're risking in the market. It is how much you are willing to risk in the market. Is a difference, okay? So if you're trading and you have a $100 account, it doesn't make sense to be risking $50 unless you are okay with that. Unless you have $1,000 or $10,000 that you know, okay, this $100, I don't really care. If I risk 50 and I lose it, it's okay. Because there are some traders out there, right? When I first started off my journey, I did risk $50, I did risk $25, I did risk $30 on a $100 account, right? A lot of traders will tell you, oh, only risk 0.5 or 1% or 2% at most in your account. But we all know that's not possible. That's not possible if you have a small account. So understand what you're willing to risk in the markets, because the markets can make you ridiculous amount of money, but it doesn't just start off from nothing. You need to have capital, and that goes on to our first point of valuing your money, because if you don't value your money, you don't know what you can handle. Now, I've lost $1,000 in the market. Okay, it doesn't mean that I only have $1,000 in the market, but was I able to handle that? No. I made my risk much smaller, and I started to understand, okay, let's compound growth. Let's grow my account on a smaller scale, on a smaller level, right? Because if you try to trade and you try to flip accounts, or you try to trade and risk more than what you can handle, you're going to find yourself in a chasing race with failure. You're always going to find yourself losing a lot in the markets, and you won't actually have the capital to invest in the markets. So understanding what you can handle is so important. The top 1% traders know exactly what they can handle and know exactly what they're going to risk. And because they know exactly what they're going to risk, they know exactly what reward they're going to get, because they have a fixed strategy that will help them understand, this is what I'm risking and this is what I'm getting in return. And finally, the last point that I want to give you in this video is trading when only necessary. I think a lot of traders feel like they have to stay in the markets, they have to trade every second of the day, they have to trade every single day. And unfortunately, that will make you fail in the markets. Unfortunately, that is something that will not work. I've been trading for 4 years, almost to my 5th year, and I've understood that when there isn't an opportunity, just don't trade. If there is an opportunity, trade. And because of that mentality that I built in myself, I was able to get myself to that top 1%. Unfortunately, a lot of traders, when they're trading, they make money. But what stops them from that growth, and what stops them from securing that profits, is they trade way too much. They feel like they've made a lot of money, and yes, you can make a lot of money in the markets. And then what happens is the next few days they're trading, they hit losses and losses and losses. And then what happens? The money that they made, they have now lost it. And then what happens? They start revenge trading. They start trading to make up the money that they made in the markets. But what they don't understand is actually it's their fault. The markets did not make you lose money. It was you. You were greedy and you wanted to make more money than what you can make. And you started seeing entry models and exit protocols when it wasn't actually there, because you've trained yourself to believe that you have to trade every second of the day, you have to trade every single move, because you need to make the most amount of money. And if you're still in that phase, you need to get out of that phase very, very quickly, because if you don't do that, you will lose a lot in the markets, and unfortunately you will never grow, because every time you try to grow, your own bad habits will stop you. So making sure that you only trade when necessary, bringing back to the points where we said making sure you have your strategy, making sure you have your entry protocol, making sure you have your exit protocol, making sure you have your risk management on point, making sure those points are all done and cleared, then you enter. And then once you've entered, you now understand that it's all up to the markets. It's all up to the markets to make you money. If there is a mistakes in the market, or there is a mistake in the strategy or your risk management, you can rectify it as soon as possible, rather than placing trades unnecessarily and then not finding the root of where you're failing in. So making sure that you are in control of the markets and not the market. The market shouldn't be in control with you. If you want to be that top 1% trader, you cannot let the markets control you. You control the market, you treat the markets professionally. Okay, once you start treating that markets professionally, then you will start seeing profit. Now, if you have made it this far and you need extra help, or you need guidance, or you just want a community of traders that will help you become the top 1% trader, make sure you click the link in the description below. I have launched my academy where we help traders just like you who want to become the top 1% traders. And not only do we help you with your success, we actually walk you through your journey to make sure that you are on the right tracks at all times. When I first started off as a trader, there wasn't actually an academy that will guide me or mentor me in the right ways. And I always used to watch YouTube videos and other things like that, and it just didn't help. So I created this academy which will help you in your journey. So make sure you click the link in the description below and join the academy, and I would love to speak to you guys and see where you need help in. And even if you took only 1% of value in this video, make sure you like and subscribe, because I have tons of information and value to give you and I wouldn't want you to miss out. And other than that, guys, YouTube has just recommended you a video. Make sure you go check it out, and I'll see you guys later.